see consequences of that too, and they don't understand why they like why this happening to me. Is your great fucking grandparents, is your great the older generation fuck you over and nobody fixed the problem. So the new generation had to deal with consequences too, and they don't understand why. And it's shedding on you that the evil that most people commit in the older generation, if it's not fixed, if it's not absolved, it will carry on to the new generation. Parents, and they dead. Robert shouted happily, clapping his hands. Taylor looked at his friends in dismay. Robert's eyes looked almost what the fuck is this word? Maniacal. Maniacal. I don't know what that fucking word is. Maniacal, whatever. He started to question if he had ever really known Robert. This is a person standing in front of him, clapping and laughing. Why the world is like this? The way I understand is like most people who born kind of fucked up. Like they have a physical problem or a mental problem, or they're born sociopathic, or they just messed up. Most you can't blame now on God, right? You can't blame the world for that. What you have to do, and this is our well-kept secret that the world doesn't really shed light on and doesn't want anybody to know, is that whatever misfortune the new generation has, it was caused by the old generation. That simple. So if this person was born fucked up, physically, mentally, or whatever, just born different and just born messed up, it was due to the older generation, like a great, dong, and it just passed on because the curse never got broken, and that is why that person was born like that. So when you're thinking of, oh, this world is so fucked up, why is this like this? Oh, we live in a horrible world. We don't. It's just the consequences of your greats came down upon the new generation because nobody fixed the problem, nobody broke the curse, so it just carried on. Yeah, and let me just give you an example. And little Timmy come out crippled. Little Timmy come out mentally something wrong because nobody of the older generation fixed the problems, and they just keep on spreading it. Yeah, an example of problems is like a mom banging his son, or brothers and sisters banging, or your father killing people to gain wealth, or fucking over people, using people to benefit his family. It's them kind of stuff that is curse the whole family, and if it doesn't get corrected or fixed, the new generation sees consequences of that too, and they don't understand why they like why this happening to me. Is your great fucking grandparents, is your great the older generation fuck you over and nobody fixed the problem. So the new generation had to deal with consequences too, and they don't understand why. And it's shedding on you that the evil that most people commit in the older generation, if it's not fixed, if it's not absolved, it will carry on to the new generation. I have experienced this because my family have experience with this, right? My family has experience with this. I understand, right? So it's a curse. Don't get an example like, let me say your parents are rich, and you don't know where they got their wealth from. All you know is they're wealthy. You don't know how they got that. Now let me just say your parents fucked over a lot of people. They used, manipulated, benefited off of other people's ignorance, and they're just screwing over people and ruining other people's families, and that kind of stuff carries on to the new generation. So it was never fixed. Your family fucked over a lot of people, and the new generation will suffer too. It's just an example. Okay? Like your father, your great-grandfathers probably killed people, probably were racist, probably hanged people, probably was in cults. You don't know what the fuck your great older generation was doing. So it passes down, and nobody knows what happened. But it have one way to cure this curse. I'm not going to say the way. I think you know where I'm going with this and how to cure the curse. Alright, but that's just me explaining that when you think the world is such a terrible place, and why was I born like this, or why are certain people born like that, just know it's not for no reason. It's for the evil that the older generation committed that was never resolved or fixed or addressed. And that is why the new generation keeps suffering. Alright? So that is it's just children that will most of the time it's children that will, you know, some people will be like, every child is a blessing. Every child is not a fucking blessing. Some children were never meant to be born. Some children came about from rape. Some children came about from brothers and sisters fucking crossbreeding. Inbred. A lot of people not supposed to be born, and you can see, right? There's just a generational evil plague and a curse from the older generation to the new generation, from the shit that they do and their actions that led to the problems. Right? So don't think the world is such a terrible place. It's people in it. It's the fucking people in it are terrible, and they will plague you with their evil and curse until you resolve it. Right? But that is just one of the little rants, right? But moving on from that topic, I follow a lot of inspirational people, a lot of motivational people. Why are these fucking people coming out from? I was filming this video by a window, and all these people keep fucking coming up to the fucking window looking throw me off. But I follow a lot of motivational, positive people who I follow a lot of positive people, right? And one of the people I follow, Brian Shaw, I picked up Brian Shaw. He's very positive, very motivated, I like following those kind of people. And he said, when you're trying to achieve things in life, what you can do, get a piece of paper and draw a circle and put what you can control and improve, and around that circle, put what you are trying to get done and accomplish. But put in the middle of that circle what you can control. And I've done that. It makes a lot of sense to help you move further along. Right? Moving along. I see our next fucking person. It's like, dog, it's 8:30 in the fucking day with all these people, right? Alright, and next, moving along. Alright? Oh yeah. In my other videos, confidential, the confidential videos, I just want to catch, if a certain person watching, I just want to catch her up. But essentially, suffering from male pattern erectile dysfunction, okay? It's perfectly alright, it's perfectly normal. If you suffer from erectile dysfunction, I have the solution. I have the solution for erectile dysfunction, okay? If you suffer from this, I will help you today. Just follow these 3 guidelines, put your credit card number, and this bullshit, alright? I just fucking around here with all that. I just fucking around. In our other video, I'm not going to explain what this book about. Alright, but in the other video, you can see what the book about. But, alright, but the people, alright, the little boy who suffered from his parents getting murdered, and from the 3 people who robbed the place, and David was an accomplice, right? That little boy, I was rooting for that little boy to fuck them up. I was rooting for that little boy to get his revenge. But now that I've reached the genre of the little boy, I was like, this little boy is a piece of shit. I ain't want he to succeed, right? Because the little boy is a cokehead, smoking cigarettes all the time, on a little rich trust fund baby who just bitter and worry friends. I understand that you worry friends, but if this little boy was a better individual or a more likable person, I would have been rooted for the little boy. But the little boy is a piece of shit, right? And I'm gonna just get a little gist of the thinking of this little boy. Okay. They both died, he exclaimed triumphantly. They were both responsible for the killing of my parents, and they dead. Robert shouted happily, clapping his hands. Taylor looked at his friends in dismay. Robert's eyes looked almost what the fuck is this word? Maniacal. Maniacal. I don't know what that fucking word is. Maniacal, whatever. He started to question if he had ever really known Robert. This is a person standing in front of him, clapping and laughing hysterically, seemed a far cry from his normal reserved friend. He didn't know what to think or feel for the matter, but he was curious about something. So if both men who attacked your parents died, what happened to the third one? Wasn't there a third guy at the scene? He asked, looking at Robert questioningly. There was and is, Robert said sharply, rubbing his chin. Taylor could see the iciness in his pale blue eyes. He walked towards the window and stood there with his arms folded. That problem has not yet been taken care of. He's still in prison doing his time, but I believe he's set to come out soon. Though, maybe in a year and a half, you know. What though, Taylor? It's pretty ironic that of the three men, the one I hate the most is the one still alive. Isn't that ironic? I suppose irony makes life a little bit more exciting for us all, doesn't it? He said almost wistfully, but his icy blue eyes sparkled eerily. Irony holds the violin strings, and I'm the violinist who pulls at it. Okay? No, that little boy is fucking insane. Alright? He's not a little boy no more. He's a grown fucking man. But like in his 20s. Alright? But you can clearly see, I don't want this little boy to get in, because this book is a fucking sap fest, right? This book fucking sap fest, right? It's about David who went. I'm not going to explain what this book about, right? But originally, I was rooting for that little boy to fuck them lovebirds up and get his revenge, because three bandits break in your house and kill your parents when you was 8 or 10. You had to get revenge, right? But this little boy a little twisted. He rich, trust fund baby. He on coke, he on drugs, he twisted, his brain contorted, he looks sociopathic. I'm not rooting for this boy anymore, alright? Hopefully that book go in a good direction, but what I think is that the boy is gonna have a lot of problems, alright? A lot of problems, but it's gonna be interesting, right? The book now is starting to get fucking interesting. I really like 3/4 of the fucking book to get to the interesting part. All the other part of it was just people being the man being remorseful and the falling in love and falling over this woman, and the woman, the writer of the book keeps saying beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I was like, God boy, she's talking too much, but this woman writers again. But the book was a sap fest until 3/4 to the end. And now it's picking up. The book was just a fucking chick flick, but now it actually turned into what I wanted it to be. Action. Cynical. Some kind of messed up stuff. That is what I love, but whatever. This has been the end of the video, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, yeah, and subscribe, and subscribe, and subscribe.